Yo, welcome back to Crazy Ball TV. Bigger Bandam in the building. Thank you so well being in the house. Check. Come on in. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button as you walk in. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Please subscribe. Let's get those subs up. The season is almost over. We need to get the subs up. We need to hit 1,000 before the season is over, people. We need to hit 1,000 before the season is over. So, people, please get the subs up. You know, we don't ask for too much. Hit the subs up. Get the likes. Oh, our big brother is in the building. Big up to Football with Ants. They are in the house. And football. People, we got a lot to talk about. We went viral, people. We got to talk about it later. But Champions League draw is in. Liverpool know who they're playing. And then, of course, we got West Ham next tomorrow at Anfield. So we got a lot to talk about, people. Welcome in. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Friday. I know it's been a long week. But hey, we keep going, man. We keep going. Hope everybody's doing well. So come on in, people. Let's talk. Hope I want to see how everybody's doing. Put your comment in the chat. Please be respectful. That's all. Good things are going. So how's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? Come on in. This X thing is kind of annoying, man. Why am I paying for X and it's never working? Finally, it's back. What's going on, people? What was going on? Yeah, and also we on Twitch. We're still working on our Twitch channel. I don't stream as much, but ever so often we pop up out there. Yeah, man. So come on in, people. Thank you. Yeah, so let me show this. Liverpool. Let's look at the bracket, people. I know a lot of people already wait a minute. Okay, so let's just talk first. The team that we've been how should I say this? Liverpool's gonna face right away, right? Everybody know which one it is. They are the team that beat us 1-0. Is it Istanbul? Yes. Galatasaray versus Liverpool, Tuesday, March 10th. Man, this thing is coming quick. That's like what? Not next week, a week after next. We going there first, and then second round, it's at Liverpool. Good match. It's gonna be popping. That is a quadra, man. That stadium is no joke. I'm telling you, man, that stadium is no joke. It's gonna be some serious fireworks going on over there. Osimhen is balling right now. They got what's the former City players over there? I can't think. What's his name? I can't think his name right now, but you guys know he was a problem against us when we played them last. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good match. They played very well against Juventus. I mean, the first match, the game was over. I mean, when it comes to two series match, the game could never say it's over. But I'm sorry about it. After the first match, Juventus had no way of coming back. So yeah, that match was like, yeah, you are not coming back after this one. So yeah, they should not be taken lightly. They're already beating us. We know what they are all about. We know how they're gonna play. They're gonna have a very pragmatic style of football system. They got a very, very good striker up top. So they're gonna pack the defense. They got, I'll say, two workhorse midfielders and a very, very cerebral midfielder, right? EK is the one I'm talking about. Why am I missing his last name? City Club's former player. Yeah, Dortmund. He came to the Premier League. He balled out. Now, in his latter stages, he is at Galatasaray. Why am I missing his name? People in the chat, give me his name. You know who I'm talking about. But playing Galatasaray does not mean it's a foregone conclusion. It's going to be a very tough match. It's not going to be easy. Liverpool, we've been trash all season. I mean, there's maybe 3 matches where you could say Liverpool has played well. And even with that well, they didn't even go to what? Did they even reach 3rd gear? I don't think so. So, but me being shameless and still being in the dark, I said, dark side of the force, I still think that Liverpool win the Champions League. I've seen the bracket where we landed compared to Arsenal. But hey, this is heritage, baby. We can't complain. And we can talk about how hard it is going to be. This is Champions League heritage. Liverpool, we sit at the table. So whatever we get, that's how we play. But it is going to be a tough run to the final. No question about that. Which makes it even more better. This may make it better because when you get there, anybody you meet in the final, you should beat. On this side of the group, and I'll put the table very soon, on that side of Liverpool's group, whoever gets to the final is winning that Champions League. That's what I believe. And I believe Liverpool is going to be there. So now, hey, with that round 16 being announced and knowing where and how our path is, how does Arne Slot approach the league? Like I said, we have West Ham next. He just came out and said that he doesn't know when Wirtz will be back. Usually when he says, I don't know, he knows. But this one, he said, I don't know. What does that mean? How bad is the injury? We know it's a muscle injury. How bad is Wirtz's injury? How is somebody just warming up? I know we've seen that. We see it numerous times when players are warming up and then feel something and then they have to come off. Why are there so many injuries at Liverpool? That's the question. We've seen it before. We have seen it before, but this time around, it is quite questionable. It is very questionable, and I don't want to blame certain people, but I will blame certain people. The reason why Liverpool has so much injuries is because we are overcompensating. We are not playing well. So some of these players are trying hard and they're doing things that they're usually not supposed to do so that they could start playing better. That's what I believe. Big up to Rasta Crab. He's in the building. What's going on, my brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Brother, what do you think about the round 60, man? We got Galatasaray is going to be popping. But at the same time, we have an issue called West Ham to deal with on Saturday. Much needed 3 points. If we can get 3 points on Saturday, I don't care how bad we play. We are. Big up to Truden. He's in the building. He said spin the block on Galatasaray. Yeah, we got to spin the block on that, man. They beat us the last time. We got to beat them up again. We have to beat them up. Revenge. Serve cold. Can we talk about how UEFA making it easy? Ah, brother, with this corruption, man. With this corruption I don't know where to start. So if they don't make it to the latter stages, what do we say? You know what I mean? Oh man, you said the right side. Yeah, that's true. Are you sure they're trying to get Arsenal to get to the final, or UEFA babies? UEFA baby child, what do you call it? Side piece baby by the name of Barcelona. Putting Barcelona on the right, that means they only Barcelona will go through Athletico. I don't care what anybody says. Barcelona will go through Athletico. The toughest team Barcelona is going to meet is Arsenal, which has history. People are talking about Real Madrid versus Liverpool or Real Madrid versus City. But during the Wenger days, it used to be Barcelona and Arsenal. It was like every year, Barcelona versus Arsenal. Exactly. And guess what? It starts off with Madrid. If Madrid beats City, I'm sorry, UEFA is going to do whatever they can to get Barca versus Madrid in the final. A Clasico in the final, that is ching ching. As you know, La Liga is struggling. Real Madrid is broke. Barcelona, we know they broke. So yes, it looks like Arsenal is the one that they're trying to get them to the final. But I peeped the game. Barcelona is the one they won. They won El Clasico in the final. Madrid versus Barcelona, that is $1 billion viewership. I said $1 billion. That's 1 billion people watching that final. They might even clock 2 billion. It'll probably rival the first match of the World Cup. You know what I mean? The opening match of the World Cup will probably, that's why usually any sports spectacle is close to 1 billion, right? Man, people are like, what do you mean? Liverpool versus City. The regular EPL match, Liverpool versus City, drew 750 million. So Barcelona and Real Madrid in the Champions League final, I can say they can hit 1 billion or a little bit over 1 billion. So that's what I'm thinking UEFA is trying to do. That's me. You know what I mean? Big up. We are gonna smoke these teams. They can bring the Avengers with Thanos. Tell them we are LFC and we have. Now we want all the smoke. I told you guys, we're winning this. Madrid and City for the 11th. Bro, it's like every year, man. They want to get one of them out as soon as possible. And trust me, this year, Madrid, City, you about to feel the pinch of Real Madrid. I mean, the pinch of UEFA. So I hope Glenn beat the Gunners. That would be the best thing. Those guys been beating everybody. Oh. Here's a question. I think the conspiracy theory are much. If you go and win it games, there is nothing to talk about. Hey, trust me. Everybody's job is to win the games. But sometimes some teams get a little push from the 12 men on the field. You know what I mean? Arsenal won't beat any team they meet in the final if they get there. I'm telling you, exactly. If Arsenal, bro, let me tell you the nightmare that we are in. Arsenal is in the Carabao final against City. They are in the league. The way they run it, they play in the league, they look like they're going to win the league. They are still in the FA Cup. And you telling me Arsenal's going to win the Champions League? Oh, please. World Cup is not going to save us. I promise you that. Bodo Glimt season is over. They are only focused on the UCL also, who said is guaranteed. Arsenal beat Leverkusen. Yeah. We didn't expect Arsenal to get where they are right now. So, brother, I know you're trying to make yourself feel good, but it ain't working. Uncle, it's not working. So if Arsenal, the CL are moving to brother, if you know an Arsenal fan, moving from YouTube will not be enough. That's all I'm saying. Moving away from YouTube will not be enough if you know an Arsenal fan. It's as simple as that. This rock will not be enough for all of us. You know what I mean? This rock will not be enough for all of us. We cannot have Arsenal go anywhere. Irishman is in the building. Well, go on, brother. Let me send you the link. Yeah, man. I know a lot of people. But what happens if Arsenal don't go far enough? Have you guys also thought about that? Have you guys also talked about how Arsenal, if something happened where they cannot go far enough, that would be beautiful. I'm just waiting for the crash out. I don't know why all of you guys are assuming that Arsenal is going to make it to the final or win anything. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it's not going to, it can happen. It can. But hey, that's what makes it even sweet when they fail. Big up to Mandem in the building. Hit the like button, people. Also, City got a game in hand, and Arsenal still have to play City at Etihad. Exactly. And Chelsea, you guys been talking a lot of nonsense. This Sunday, you got one job. I don't care what it is. If you lose, Liverpool overtake you. So you better not lose. So that's all I will say. You say Arsenal fans, I live with them. Yeah. How are they making you feel? How are those people making you feel, man? Anything can happen in 3 leagues. Yeah. For sure. That's the thing about Champions League. He said Arsenal problem begins in the semis. Last season, they got to the semis and ran into a brick wall. Well, this year, their semi will be Barcelona. And if Barcelona makes it to the semis and Real Madrid are in the semis, people, yeah, just know that it's going to be Barcelona and Madrid in the final. Unless Liverpool's playing, because we know Liverpool, when we get there, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. We will make it in. That is the only difference when it comes to the final. Heritage versus heritage, baby. Heritage versus heritage. Wow, the Champions League. So it's Madrid and Liverpool and Bayern are all the teams that has heritage. Yes, PSG has won. City has won. But Bayern and Liverpool have 6 Champions Leagues. And then, of course, the granddaddy of all, Real Madrid. The rest of them on that group, oh, Chelsea has 2. Chelsea has 2. So it is, yeah, this Champions League, man. Wow, Juve couldn't make it. Inter Milan could, oh my God. Things are not, football is changing, people. Football is changing. Let's share this and let's talk about, big up to Irishman. He's in the building. How you doing, sir?
Very good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Happy Friday, my friend. Let me share this thing and let's discuss because people are not happy with how the table landed. I mean, Arsenal versus Leipzig. What am I talking about? Arsenal versus Leverkusen. It's sort of foregone conclusion, man. This is Champions League. Just like Rasta said, anything can happen in two legs. What are you thinking about that, Irishman?
Let me have a look at it. They play Leverkusen, then they play the winner of Sporting and Bodo, who then plays the winner of Newcastle v Barcelona and blah blah blah. Yeah, but look, people always lose their minds. They always say, "Oh, they got the easy draw. They got the easy draw. We got an easy draw last year." I mean,
team that barely made it. Team that barely made it is why we played. We played
the year
them
we
first,
won it. I mean,
and they ended up winning it.
So I mean, yeah, people always cry foul, but I mean, City got Madrid. You know, Chelsea got Paris Saint-Germain. They got tough straightaway draws. We got Gala. I'd rather play Gala than play Leverkusen.
Facts.
Yeah, it's probably. I suppose there's always a side of the draw that's a bit tougher. Bayern there and Atalanta there. Yeah, that is a tough side of the draw, especially for us. Once you get through that, yeah, you're going to have to go through some heavy hitters. For sure, that's the Champions League, man. That's the Champions League. I suppose people are going to look at it and go, right, okay, they got Leverkusen and they'll win that, and then they'll either get Bodo or Sporting and they'll win that. I suppose that's what people are saying. This is the Champions League, man. Who knows what's going to happen? But I'm going to watch our progress. I don't really, I will start getting a little bit uncomfortable if they're in a final. None of us want to see that. I mean, the idea of them doing that, a double would be pretty tough to take, but, you know, that's our fault. We should have been winning this league. If we did our job and we were winning this league, then we wouldn't be worrying about what Arsenal are doing, feeling bad for.
You know what I'm saying? Say that again, brother. That's the annoying part. Knowing that we dropped the ball. Big up to Carl, man. Good to see you, brother. We dropped the ball. We should have been where Arsenal is, because this would have been the easiest season for us. But for some reason, unknown reason, we are where we are here. We're hoping and praying that Arsenal don't win anything. Carl, you looking at the table, man. What you thinking?
I actually like it, man. I actually like it. I think what's happening in this league phase is that a lot of the good teams are not performing at that stage. And then for the last 2 years of its rendition, the table always looked lopsided. One side always looks better than the other. And I think that's the reason it always looks that way, and that's the reason why a lot of men them are frustrated. Arsenal is getting an easy side of the bracket. But I love it, man. I love the Champions League because it's just a matchup, right? Right? We got a chance to go through a Galatasaray, Chelsea or Paris. Maybe a Munich, a Madrid, or City. So it's or an Atalanta. So it's just, if you love football, it is very nice, And just like Brian said, and you said it, when you don't handle your business, you start looking at other people's business and you become jealous and shit. And it doesn't look good, man. Jealousy doesn't look good, man. And that's what's happening.
We are sitting on top of the mountain, being a competitor. If you know this guy by the name of Michael Jordan, you don't want anybody to be ahead of you. But we can't blame anybody except ourselves. So first of all, like Rastacraft, let's take care of business this weekend, beat West Ham. But looking at the table, man, like I said, Barcelona is on one side, Real Madrid is on one other side. If it looked like this is my conspiracy theory, of course. If it looks like them two could get into the semifinals, which looking at it, they can. I'm sorry, people. It's gonna be a what they call it. What was the Barca versus Real Madrid? El Clasico in the Champions League final.
Real Madrid is not good enough, and I don't think Barcelona is consistently good enough to for that to happen. I don't think
this is a tournament. This is a tournament. See,
True,
right now we talking
true.
on paper. We talking everything on paper right now, right? Looking on
Yeah.
paper, Arsenal should blaze through that little quadrant, 4 teams that
No,
they have.
actually, look. I think until the semifinal, they to me, I think that the people that the semifinal they want to see is Atletico Madrid, because Atletico Madrid view football the same way that they do. Simeone and them, they view football the same way. So I think they will want to play Atletico Madrid. I think if they play Barcelona, they'll get humiliated. Personally, they'll get a lesson in football. And then they'll crash out again. I think they do want to play Atletico Madrid. I think to me the easy part of the bracket for them is the round of 16 and quarterfinal. But after that, it doesn't look good. I'm happy we're not on that side of the bracket.
Now, if we're on that side of the bracket, we get to the final. I'll be sitting here talking so much ish.
Nah, come on, man. We got to play Atletico. We got to play Atletico in Barcelona. Nah, I think that's a murderous no, man.
Bro, you got City and Madrid, Bayern,
Yes.
PSG.
Real, Bayern.
Go ahead, Irishman. Go
I mean,
ahead.
look,
Tell
you-
this
you
man.
You just look at look Newcastle, Spurs, Bodo, Sporting, and Leverkusen is a lot weaker than Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Manchester City, and Bayern Munich.
And Galatasaray. And look
Gala. Look, you can leave Gala out of it. I'm not going to compare us, but you can have the quote unquote tough side of the draw, and you can have the easy side of the draw, and you can get knocked out. There's always an easier side. There's always a tougher side, and this is just the way it's gone. Arsenal will be looking at game by game, but their fans might make the mistake of jumping ahead and going, right, well, we'll be
Facts.
Sporting or Bodo.
Yeah.
Right? They'll think, oh, we'll beat Sporting or Bodo. And they might just forget to take care of Leverkusen first along the way. You never know. That's why you watch Champions League football. Atalanta or Bodo Gala knocking out Juve. That's why you watch it. But teams like Real Madrid are not as strong as they were. Neither are City. But Real Madrid are a team that comes alive at this stage now. They just want to get into the knockouts, and that's when they come alive in the Champions League.
Yep.
Bayern are always dangerous, but they're away from us until we get to potentially the final. But I would rather be in Arsenal's spot and have Leverkusen next, and then Sporting and Bodo. But after that, then you could be looking at Barca, Atletico. See, like I said, you're going to come up. You're going to have to beat at least one proper team. I mean, it's the freaking Champions League final. It shouldn't be. Yeah. It's not easy to win this.
It's not easy.
You're going to have to knock out a Madrid or a Barca or a Man City. You're going to have to knock out one of the big boys to get to the final, and then you're going to have to do the business in the final.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why we watch it. If we knew what the results were going to be, we wouldn't bother watching it.
Yeah, man. Champions League.
But to me, when you're looking at the brackets, the only that also part of it. After that,
Carl,
all of it is difficult.
Carl, we didn't hear what you said.
Can you hear me?
Your mic is very loud.
Can you hear me?
Now we hear you.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that the Arsenal part of the bracket is the only easy part we could kind of say. But after that, I don't want to be in the Barcelona part. I don't want to be where Bayern is. And then after that, it's our part of the bracket that we kind of want. PSG is not the same team, but it's still a good team. Chelsea is Chelsea. We don't know which one's gonna show up. So I'm like, if I have to choose, I'll choose where we are. I'll choose where we are. But if I can magically swap, I'll swap with Arsenal, obviously. But the thing is that I don't want to be in that part. We got to play Barcelona. We got to play Atletico. No, I mean, I don't want to be part of that bracket. I think there's more of a jeopardy on our side of the bracket. Like it's basically a 50-50 for everybody, except obviously we got the easier matchup, quote unquote, with Galatasaray. But
right. Irishman, you want to answer what's the name's question? Honesty's question?
They have a dream up in Newcastle too. I would love a random final. I'm the kind of person that hates, oh great, it's another Madrid-Munich final. Oh great, it's Barcelona versus Man City. Again, I would love to see Atalanta playing Newcastle or Barcelona. Obviously Newcastle are going to do it, but I'd love to see something like that, It's because we know this is set up to give the big teams the best chance of getting to the quarterfinals and the semis, and it's kind of on them.
Yeah.
But the ones that I would knock out immediately there, I'll knock out Sporting and Spurs, and I'll knock out Gala and Chelsea. But other than that, I'd like, Leverkusen, Atalanta though. No one should want to play them. Really.
Bro?
They're a dangerous team.
People there's a lot of teams people underestimating, and like I said, a tournament is you find a solution, and that team's like I don't know how they got through what's the name Dortmund, because it looked like Dortmund was going through.
Crazy last minute nonsense is how they got through.
You see what I mean? So yeah, I think this tournament, don't be surprised you see on one side there's a traditional team who's going to make it to the final, and another side there's not one, might not be it could be their first time or could not be a traditional team. Well, Arsenal's not a traditional team, so they could make it to the final. But I mean, Newcastle beating Barcelona would be hilarious. Oh, for EPL talking ish to La Liga people, that would be perfect. Spurs beating Athletico. Oh my God. People, we could see Spurs get into the final. Last year, look how they got into the final and beat Man U in the final.
Yeah, but they had Ange.
Nah. I don't see it this time.
Look how funny it is. You guys just literally said that. I know what you say, Irish, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. It's funny how everybody.
They're the exception to the rule. Okay, the rule of anybody can win it. Yeah, but Spurs can't. Okay, we all know it can't.
I'm just saying that side, like,
imagine Richarlison lifting the Champions League.
Oh my God! Remember, I'm trying not to say it, but yes, it could happen. I mean, what's the other team? The team that keep beating everybody in the final. What's their name? Boga something? Joga Bonita? The team playing Sporting. How did they get there?
Bogo.
Yeah.
Bodo.
How did they get there, people? I mean, they beating City, they beating Madrid. And this, okay, beating City and Madrid, you could say, okay, a fluke. But they beat Inter in a two-leg game, in a two-leg series. That is not luck.
You know what? I really wish that they beat Sporting and then they play Arsenal, because I think that they're gonna put an enigma for Arsenal, because that manager is very tactically astute. And,
which one?
Bodo manager. Like I am thinking is that might be a sneaky, very difficult game for Arteta. The idea that they can play their style of football and win, they might find themselves in a very sticky situation. Like I'm imagining they go to Norway and then it's like a 2-1 or a 1-0 type of situation for them, and then coming back to the Emirate. I think that Arteta's gonna be like, oh, okay, we're just gonna win at the Emirates 2-0, and then it's over. and I think that he might wake up and like, what the fuck just happened? Because it's the Champions League, just like Brian said, it's the Champions League, man. Because that's what they did to Inter. That's what they did to Inter right there.
They beat Inter 3-1 at home.
3-1 at home, and then 2-1
away.
Yeah.
They played defense, and when they got the 2 chances, bam, bam, bam. But
yeah, they don't play around. They don't play around.
They don't. Big up to JK. JK, do you see a possibility of a North London derby in the semifinals?
That'd be easy, Brian and Chris. Bro, that'd be cool. We got the worst side of the draw, of course.
Yeah, big up, JK.
We got the worst side of the draw, but. Tottenham, for me, when you look at all the teams, are the least favourites to win it. But what would be funny if they win it and they're playing championship football? That would be the first time that's ever happened, I think. You know, so. But if Liverpool don't win it, I want Bodo Glimt to win it. You know what I mean? You know why? Because as honestly says, their season was over. I think it was November.
You don't want that to happen, JK. You know what's gonna happen? You telling owners. You don't need to be spending that much money on players, and they're gonna go cheap. And anytime you give them an example of doing something cheap, they're always gonna try to do it. So no, I don't wish that. I want the most expensive team to win it. Yeah, as possible.
Man, bro, like for me, football's going out of control anyway, money wise. Why do you want it to go even crazy? Standard players are gonna cost you 350 million in the future. That's ridiculous. You've got to make a stop there. So if Bodo Glimt win it, it shows you that, you know what, money don't buy you success all the time. Man United, Chelsea showed me that as well. But Bodo Glimt winning it for me is a big fairy tale story, you know?
Nah.
Who'd you rather them Bayern Munich win it or Man City, Arsenal
win it? Fairy tale, man. FD fairy tale, man. It's because
it'll be a good fairy tale.
It's going to ruin football. It's going to ruin football a little bit also.
How's that going to ruin football?
It ain't. Did Leicester
ruin
football?
Because now you're telling owners, you're basically telling owners you don't need to spend money. You basically telling owners you don't.
According to whom?
They're gonna carry on spending.
According to the fact that they just beat Real Madrid, Liverpool, Arsenal, Barcelona, Bayern.
Yeah, spend.
Sorry, Brian.
No, if you think Bodo winning this ruins football, then I think football is the wrong sport for you, my friend.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
it would ruin it for me. It would ruin it for me. You guys are too romantic. You guys are too romantic.
That's the whole reason of being a football fan.
Man, you guys are too romantic, man.
This guy,
you need that sometimes in football, bro. Otherwise, it's too robotic, man.
Leave that for the World Cup. Leave that for the World Cup. Leave that for the World Cup. Leave the lovey-dovey story for the World Cup, man.
Carl, what happened after Leicester won the EPL?
Yeah, people spent more money, bro.
What happened after they won the EPL?
Yeah.
But
don't spend more money to ensure it doesn't happen again. No, so there you get your money thing.
I know I don't know
different. That's different.
Why is it different?
That's different. I'll tell you. If Bodo did this over 30-something odd games, they deserve to win. They deserve to win. You did this over 38 games and you won a trophy.
That's easier.
That you deserve that. You deserve that. This is tournament football.
So we don't deserve the Champions League if we don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we have a poor season league-wise.
Liverpool didn't deserve the Champions League in 2005, but they won. So what are you talking about?
No, this is not about playing well, or this is strictly about. This is strictly about money.
Wake up! When Liverpool won the Champions League, did football die in 2005?
No, because we're Liverpool.
Liverpool? You were the shit team on
Look, man, we were part of that umbrella. We were part of the Illuminati, man.
Exactly.
They accept it. They will accept it. Yes, we were shit, but they accept it. They accept it because we're a big club. Are we not a big club?
Okay,
Yes, we are.
Let me ask you a question. Nottingham Forest is where what's that team name again? Bordeaux is right now. What do you say?
Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. To me, it's the same thing. They haven't been relevant
this is
in
exactly
decades.
what you need to go eat some breakfast.
History where they won it twice.
Exactly. Go eat some breakfast. Nee, welcome.
Oh
Nee.
man, you guys are too romantic. You guys are too romantic.
This guy here.
I don't need the Champions League to be romantic. I quite like it.
That's the whole point of being a Champions League. That's the whole point of a Champions League. It's romantic.
Any other team to catch us?
No, come on. Yo, tell me apart from Bordeaux, who has not had a history of winning this tournament? Galatasaray, I think they've won it once. I believe.
No.
Maybe no, they haven't. No, they haven't. No, the wrong team, wrong Turkish team. But most of these countries, most of these clubs have won the Champions League before. Except for Arsenal. Except for Arsenal and Bordeaux. They've won. Sporting have won it.
Okay, pick one then. Who do you want to win?
There's no difference.
Of course, it's always Liverpool for me. If we're in it, it's always Liverpool. Forget about everybody else.
Arsenal winning the Champions League is no difference from Bordeaux.
Nah, it's different. They're allowed to win. They're allowed to win it. They're allowed to win it.
This guy needs Jesus, but maybe you can bless him.
Jesus has saved me already. It's Jesus who's giving me clarity.
No, it seems like you didn't pay attention. You backslide right after he gave you the blessings. You turned around and went back to your old college.
Maybe.
I'm fine.
Cool, man.
Why we even arguing? Bodo Glimt ain't going to win this thing. So I mean,
look at this guy.
Thank you, Nee. Thank you.
Anyway, they will not win it.
And of course not going to win it.
If Arsenal go to Bodo Glimt, believe you me, they will spank them with ease. They will dispatch them with ease. Arsenal, they know how to play these small teams.
Like Wolves.
Not really, man.
Like Wolves, right?
I'm talking about Champions League anyway. Sorry.
Huh?
Last season. Now we are talking about Champions League. So, anyway, last season, when people, including myself, we put our trust in Sporting because they are dispatched Man City. We are here again. Bodo Glimt beat Man City. Last season, we put our trust in Sporting. They beat Man City with Jokeres.
Mm-hmm.
And then what does not do? I think they slapped them 5-1 in their own backyard also. They will dispatch them with ease. Bodo Glimt are not going to win this thing.
Yeah, Arsenal also did the same thing to Madrid.
So and then they'll go and meet these tough sides but painfully they are on the easiest side of the draw. And I just don't know how UEFA managed to let this happen.
I know. We couldn't get that last year. We couldn't get that last year. We finished first. We couldn't get that last year.
These guys will fraudulently get to the final and they will come and make noise.
You guys don't get it. I keep telling you guys, if you are believing in that conspiracy, there's a team, UEFA side chicks babies right there. It's called Barcelona. There's a possibility of Barcelona versus Madrid in the final. El Clasico in the final will draw 1.5 billion people.
Nah, man. I'm not watching that, bro. I'm not watching El Clasico, man. I'm not watching
romance. No, not romantic enough for you.
No, romantic enough, huh?
Definitely not romantic enough. It's one of those straight to DVD type of movie.
Not sure what the lad wants.
This guy, so you.
I think UEFA are trying to punish Man City for the 115.
Quasi, we should be focusing on our path, not Arsenal. I don't give a shit what side of draw anybody else got. I don't care about they got easy, blah blah blah. I want to look at, will we beat Gala? What can we do against PSG, Chelsea, and then take it from there. I don't care about us.
I think Liverpool win the Champions League. I've been saying it since we beat Arsenal. I said we beat Inter because the way this guy has been setting us up is to play European style of football. Right? Our defense is much better than at the beginning of the season. Even when we're winning 5 goals, we won our first 5 games. Right? Our defense is much better than Arsenal. Honestly, the only reason why we're shipping on goals is because we don't pay attention. We have our captain sometimes feels like, I don't feel like defending, and he's like, oh, the wind blew the ball away from my foot. Ibu sometimes will be doing some nonsense. Collectively, yes, Arsenal is playing better defensive football than Liverpool, but if you put it on paper, just like this tables is on paper, Liverpool has a better defense than all of these guys. So I can see Liverpool making it to the final.
In the Champions League, yes. In the Champions League, yes. I think we're the top defense, yeah.
Coming against PSG this time will be totally different because this time we have a better attack. Last year, our problem was our attack was not. Now PSG. Who?
No, we have better finishers. We have better finishers.
I'm not talking about Salah or Gakpo. I'm talking about
you have better attack. And I'm sort of.
Okay, let me say it this way: we got better athletic attack because last year, God bless his soul, he could not outrun those two monsters in the defense. I don't know why he kept playing Jota up top by himself instead of playing Nunes, who could at least stretch their center backs out. He could not. Jota was good, but he needed to be in front of the goal. But we were giving him the ball at the center circle, and he couldn't outrun that two center back monsters that they had. This year alone, our midfield is useless, but in terms of the ball, they will do better than last year we played against PSG. PSG is not as strong as they were attackingly too. Am I wrong? Discuss. Go ahead, Nee.
Is Athletico playing any better in the big games? And with Salah's form and Gakpo's form, and these are our starters. Yes, I know Athletico is popping up with, goals here and there. But if I look back at the biggest games, he's literally almost non-existent in most of the big games. So I'm a little worried about our attack, though.
No, I get the part what you say. Real quick, Carl. I get that part, especially in the league. Yes, our attack has been very, especially those two wingers are making our attack very nullified, right? But if you look at how we played against Arsenal, which is how he played against Inter, we are pragmatic and we work the ball better. We are not rushing. And they don't need to go, what they call it, bang for bang, right? If we play that way, then we can play better. That's how I feel. Isak is on his way back. Thank you, Irishman. Honesty. Not that he's going to be 100%, but 40 to 60% Isak is much better than what we have right now, right? So I think in terms of that, we would take care of PSG. We have
to me the biggest reason.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, to me the biggest reason it's the right back and left back. It's no longer Trent and Robertson. They are more athletic. If we put Frimpong and Kirkens, I think now we can defend the Doué, the Bacolas, the Dembeles. Like we are more equipped to fight them. We are more equipped to go at a Kvaratskhelia. To me, that matchup, I think those were the biggest matchup we were having issue with. I don't know if we're gonna nullify them, but I think that it will be easier for us to defend and get more control. And also, I think Ekitike and maybe when Isak is back, we have now attackers not necessarily playing better attacking football, but they are more clinical than what we used to have.
Yeah,
I think they miss less easy goal. I think if we had Ekitike last year, we go through against PSG.
I agree. That's the only thing because we match. This is the thing, though. And Irishman and JK, you guys could take over after this. Last year, they beat us with athleticism. Especially their three midfielders. This year, those three midfielders, they struggle against Monaco. I'm sorry.
Yeah, too much football. That's what happened to them.
Yeah. So this year, I think the difference is this guy has copied his whole football like PSG. So I promise you that he's going to play exactly how Enrique is going to set up. Hold the ball. You don't need to rush. And then when you have an opportunity, launch it. Now, the problem we will have is our wingers. Gakpo and Salah will be our weakest part of the football. But then everybody knows what Salah is. He's a moment football this season. So he get his moment. He does something. Dembele, they cannot rely on Dembele because this year he's not been fit. I don't even think he played against Monaco. So that is the reason why I think Liverpool has a better chance of beating PSG this year than last year. And right now, I don't like, for some personal reasons, I'm off the Enrique train. Right now, Alonso is my manager. Okay, Irishman.
No, let JK speak. He hasn't really said.
No, JK, JK just like to sit in the back and play with his dog. He doesn't like to speak.
I'm gonna put him on the spot, man. He's probably not out.
Sometimes when I get a word in edgeways, man, everyone's shouting. But look, bro, this season not great, but the Champions League is a way we can win something. Look at the draw, not great, but it is what it is. I'd rather play Athletico Madrid next game and then whoever. But I don't seem to feel that. Like, Wirtz isn't playing tomorrow. You know that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that little back injury, I thought it's pretty. I don't know what it is because he weren't training. But Frimpong will be back. But yeah.
Okay, so other than that, I mean, the bottom half of the table, which is the left side, that is my left, Madrid, City, Bayern, and Atalanta.
Messi.
Who do we want out of that?
That group.
I want City. I want City out of that.
You want City?
Yeah, because it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to beat a team 4 times, man. It's tough. It's tough.
True.
So I kind of like the. They've seen us. We know what they do.
I don't see City coming out of that. City is not.
So who do you think? You think Bayern?
Madrid is coming out of that group.
Ooh.
Madrid is coming down.
I think it's Bayern.
Bayern is a dark horse. The whole tournament, Bayern is the dark horse.
Yeah, but I feel, bro, with Bayern, because they're not used to playing strong opposition week in, week out in the Bundesliga, you could surprise them. But if you give them time to settle into a game, they're going to take advantage of it. So for me, tactics against Bayern, if you're playing them, go straight at them. Because they don't really get that in the Bundesliga.
Yeah,
true, but I don't like our matchup with the wide players. I think they have pretty good playmaker. Olise is a pretty good playmaker out wide, and obviously we know everything about Diaz.
You just said we don't have Robo and Trent, and now our winger,
no. Olise
with fast wingers.
No. Hold on a second. I'm not talking about fast. I'm not talking about speed. To me, this is where you're acting like a Bayern and Paris is the same. They are the same type of wingers. They are not. In Paris, they use the speed to get to somewhere. Yes, but Olise passes the ball. He moves. He runs. That's why we want Olise. That's why we want Olise
against a slower and a still skillful winger than a fast and an equally skillful winger.
Now I disagree.
Before we continue, right? I want to bring the moment a little bit over with Carl and me about to go hands to hands. We went viral over a couple of days ago. I would like, and the fact that you guys are bringing Olise, I was trying to bring the man who caused us to go viral. He's not here. He's running late. He's probably listening. But I would like to let you guys listen to something real quick. The fact that we brought Olise's name into the conversation, but we did go viral, and I didn't make any money. So if you guys are trying to get money from me, there's no back paying this. So I would like to share this and have you guys listen to this. All right. Give me a moment.
No, it's not a girl. It's a Liverpool fan. Liverpool fan.
Who is the alternative? Because this is one thing that's really been annoying me recently is the whole get me fast, pacey wingers. Like there aren't fast, pacey wingers that have zero technique. I'm taking technique over pace. And Elise is not even slow.
No.
By the way, YouTube, this is for education purposes.
I'm with you. When I said Elise never going to play football, I think he's the coldest option we could ever get.
Oh, I know you do.
Yeah, from all the footballers that are out there, I wouldn't pick anybody over him. None of them. But I just don't see it happening.
Who was the person that the alternative to Elise? Then?
Elise is the perfect fit for us.
No, I'm talking about the person who said it. Who
said it? I didn't get. People just they get clips. They send it to me. They say, "You need to react to these things." I don't get full context.
Have they ever watched Elise play football? Then
you need to listen for the greater good, bro. For the humanity, you need to tell us who said it, bro.
I'm gonna do one better. You guys carry on. I'm gonna play.
Save them. They might be able to be saved still. Anyone can make a comeback and be wrong. I mean, Carl's wrong about Ronaldinho, so anyone can make a comeback.
Like we will make mistakes. This one's a howler in 2026.
Yeah, man. Mistakes happen, brother. Even I got twisted on pro clubs. You know what I mean? No one cares about that anymore.
No one cares. That's old news now. That's old news now. That way. I think. Let me see.
I think I can hear Carl's voice.
Elise for me would have been the first choice a couple years ago, let alone now.
You don't find feet in a perm room. Or Elise,
oh no.
It's the same thing people.
He was in a it's Zed, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll play it because I need understanding. I was gonna do a reaction to it, but like
maybe they don't play Crystal Palace games in New York. Maybe.
What drives us to the edge?
Damn, YouTube. 1 second.
Limits in the most extreme.
Let me move it.
You don't realize who it is, Cole?
We need to have a chat.
Bro, you don't find feet in the perm.
Yeah, I've messaged him. We're gonna have a chat. I have to speak to him.
No. Semenyo always been Semenyo, but I'm telling you.
I think. Let me see.
Like, as I said, Elise for me would have been the first choice a couple years ago, let alone now.
You don't find feet in a perm room. Or Elise,
oh no.
It's the same thing people.
He was in a it's Zed, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll play it because I need understanding. I was gonna do a reaction to it, but like
maybe they don't play Crystal Palace games in New York. Maybe. You don't realize who it is, Cole?
Nah.
With the locks?
No, not Zabir. No.
Man was heartbroken. What the?
Perm room.
Oh, listen, there's the same thing people said about Semenyo, and then look at what Semenyo doing for City.
No. Semenyo always been Semenyo, but I'm telling you, Elise at Palace wasn't doing what he's. Bro, I'm seeing men over at Bayern standing up flat-footed. Bro, which attacker in this league stands up flat-footed? Look at Doku, man's on tippy toes in that. Bro, there's no attacker in the Prem stands up flat-footed. Go find him. And you're gonna tell me the flat-footed Elise is coming in? Bro, Jones got knocked knee. Look how much time he got dispossessed, trying to hold possession. He wasn't even going anywhere. Man, they won't even allow him to run back to his goal, fam.
He said,
come on, man. He's saying it, bro. I'm telling you, if we sign him, you see what I'm talking about. The Prem don't play this game.
We need to have a chat.
Bro, you don't find feet in the Prem.
Yeah, I've messaged him. We're gonna have a chat.
Okay, I'll stop it there. So this is the video, Carl. You were here. We all heard him.
Yeah.
The man said Olise is not good enough for Liverpool. Irishman, I don't know if you were watching us that day. I think JK, you were in the building. Nee was here. That's why Nee Zuberi is looking for him. Yeah, man. So Olise is not good. There's been Indy has said that Liverpool are looking at both Olise and Diamante right now. So, but let's focus on Olise right now. Zuberi said he's not good enough for the EPL if he were to come back. Please discuss.
Well, I think I came in last and that show. I came in late, so I couldn't react to that. For me, I think it's just a matter of preferences because Olise could well come back and not make the mark.
His microphone is in his shirt pocket.
I know. What's wrong with you? And
Sorry, I'm in the office. So I have to use this not the usual setup. So please, guys, pardon me. So like I said, Olise could still come back and not be that guy that we all expect him to be. So I think it's a matter of preferences. And I think it's for Semenyo, he's doing well. Maybe it's too early for us to think that he's the guy. So it makes it difficult to gauge because when Olise was here, I mean, in the Premier League, he was playing for a smaller team. The expectations are way lower. It's easy to express yourself. He's gone to Bayern, who's playing pretty much like a one-man league. Bayern are competing against themselves. So sometimes it's quite difficult to gauge how players will perform. But for me, it's a matter of preferences. I think he's a very, very, very good player, Olise. But also, if Semenyo is also, I mean, doing it in the Premier League, he went from a small team to a bigger team and is still impactful. It's quite difficult to write each of them off. But I think it's a matter of preference. And Zuberi preferred Semenyo. I would prefer Olise though, but I guess I don't have any issue with that. If Semenyo is also performing.
Are you saying that Olise is not good enough to play for Liverpool? That was the question. Why are you guys ducking the question? Olise can take over Salah's position. That was the context.
Because any player can take over Salah's position, but the thing is that what is the impact? What's the impact they will make? Because there's no Salah. We have all agreed, spoken about this several times. There is no Salah replacement. Nobody will come and be the next Salah. So yeah, Carl, just before you come in and object, I'm not trying to say he will be the next Salah. What I'm saying is any player can come and take that right wing because this version of Salah, so many players can take that position. But will he give us the numbers that we want in the Premier League? It's not as easy as he's doing it in Bayern, tearing up in Bayern. So when it comes to Liverpool, automatically it will be a hit. It's not as easy as that. But I know he's technically good and gifted enough to be able to play, and he's good enough. Let me just answer the question straightforward. He's good enough to play for Liverpool. The thing is that because he's replacing Salah, we tend to think that, the player should be guaranteed giving us maybe 30 GAs a season. But that might not be his output, but he might contribute in a different way. But he's good enough to play for Liverpool, to answer it bluntly.
Irishman, what do you say?
Bundesliga, 22 appearances, 10 goals, 18 assists. Champions League, 8 appearances, 1 goal, 5 assists. I mean, yeah. Obviously. Is the Bundesliga close to Premier League? I don't I get the feeling that maybe Zuberi saw a clip of Olise and decided that he's flat-footed and then never watched. Because I'm pretty sure he has played Premier League football before. I'm pretty sure he was effective in the Premier League before. I really don't understand why. I mean, I think that's just trying to be too contrary, basically, to pick this really weird niche reason why all of a sudden one of the best attacking players in Europe. Yeah, he's in an overpowered team, an underpowered league. I don't know, but that's where he is. But I think he's coming home. He's coming back to England. You know, he's an English boy. I know he plays for France, but that's his home country, so he's going to come back at some point. Yeah. He's still only 24. We're not getting him, by the way, because he's going to cost about 150 million quid. So he's one. I think I said the same about Wirtz. No, I didn't say anything because of the price, really. Olise is one I really, really, really cannot see us actually pulling off. But if he was to come into a Liverpool team, obviously, like Nia is saying, somebody has to take over from Salah. I mean, he's pretty much on his last legs now, so somebody's going to have to come in and do the job. I would absolutely be all for giving Michael Elise that role, but I think he is going to cost. I think our player for that right hand side is. I mean, it really looks like it's Diamande now at this stage. But at least they will thrive. I just hope he doesn't go to Arsenal. But he'll come back to
Good
England.
questions. There's no there's no what's that called? There's no selling why am I breaking out? Selling clause on his contract. I was keep hearing that last year. Is that not
conflicting
true?
reports. There's conflicting reports I've seen because it was. I looked it up on Capology. Capology is the site that shows you what the players earn, all the details of the contract, and in their section of release clause for Elise, it says 0. But I've also seen people putting up quotes from other people from Bayern Space contradicting, saying there is a release clause. I don't think there is a release clause. I don't think there is.
There is. So
if they were to put a release clause on him, they'd make it a stupid thing like 200 million.
Exactly.
Yeah. JK, what you say, man?
For me, bro, like he's had 2 tests in his life. One was the Premier League. He came in there, smashed it. Bayern Munich paid big money for him. Then he's on to the Bundesliga. He's got 18 assists, man. That's crazy.
That's what we need.
And that's what we need. So for me, that's a no-brainer for me.
And I think that's the part where Zuberi is not. Zuberi is trying to find a like for like. There's never going to find a Salah anywhere on this planet.
And question again, how many times have we complained on this channel and probably elsewhere about our wingers not feeding our strikers? So if we are getting someone like a Elise who is selfless enough to also give assists and create chances as opposed to scoring himself, it will do us a lot of good, given that we have brought in through 2 good central strikers.
And that's what we need. And see, that's what I need exactly those stats between you and JK. That's exactly what I'm saying that Liverpool need right now. I'm not here for somebody who's gonna be, Mo Salah burning down the wing and score a banger. No, I need somebody who's our moving forward.
Player.
Yeah, our moving forward is Isak, Verts, and
10 and 20 guy. 10 and 20 guy. You need someone who's gonna come in and do a 10 and 20. 10 and 20.
Everything else we need.
Yeah,
we need somebody who's gonna supplement those 3 guys. After that, then we're unbeatable because yes, you don't even need to play Isak or Ekitike every game, but you got a killer up top. But when you have people who can supplement them, oh my God. And Olise, it's a problem when fit. The problem with him right now is how long can he stay fit?
Yeah, but I was going to just say something. The Bellingham, remember the Bellingham story? How many years that took? This Elise story is been going on for a while now. I don't want to get caught up in the Elise topic, man, because you know what happens.
Yeah,
like we're gonna get bit. Because like for me, if he came, happy days, cool. But until that day, he's got a shirt in his hand. I ain't gonna be happy about it. So we could probably meet him in the Champions League. He'd probably kick our ass, So I'm not gonna support nothing about this guy yet.
That's the part where I think. Now the other kid, Diamante. I know Irishman. You had an extensive show on him. I'll get them both. I know people are saying, well, they both play the same side. I saw Tom Little tweet say, how are you going to play those 2 guys on the same team when they both play the same side? But I think Diamande, he can do both sides.
He's right-footed, right?
He's right-footed.
Look, if Brian is right, so we're definitely getting one of them. If Brian is right, we either get in Olise or Diamande. And depending on the price, we'll make a decision. The club will make a decision. But if there's a release clause,
Leipzig, we love doing business with them. So it's going to be them, innit?
Yeah. I think Diamande, a nice £80 million, £90 million, we'll get it done.
And I think
that's the going rate. That's crazy. How much did we pay for Elise? How much did we pay for Ekitike? 75 million pound plus add-ons, 85, close to 85. So I think that might be the range. I think that's what
same amount we got Szoboszlai for. Same amount we got Szoboszlai
60.
Yeah.
So how much you get upset? It was a release clause. It was a 60 million pound.
Oh, his was a, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was a release clause.
It was a
But the
60
thing with
million release clause. Yeah.
Leipzig like their money up front.
You see, the thing, Quasi,
Yeah.
like you have a difference, say, for example, in Spain, it's mandatory.
Yeah.
It's mandatory. Every player must have a release clause. That's employment law. That's just, in Spain, you must have a release clause. That's why you have all these huge prices for players. In France, it's the opposite. In France, it's illegal. It's illegal to put a release clause in a contract in France. So nobody in France has release clauses. From what I can see, in Germany, it seems to be on you can go either way. I know Leipzig use it as a way to say to a player, like Leipzig's strategy is, you come to us, we know we're Leipzig, we're not your endpoint. If you show good enough here, you'll get bought by a big club. And not only will you get bought by a big club, we'll allow you to go, and we'll also put an extremely reasonable release clause in your contract. Like someone like Ibra, we're not going to sit here and kill your chances of getting a move to Real or Liverpool or Arsenal by asking for 80, 90. So that says to the next kid that they want to bring in, look what they did with the last guy. They got him a move to Madrid. They didn't stand in his way. They didn't try and charge the art for him. They got a good profit on him, and he went. Like Diamande was playing not MSNT or whatever it's called, like US football. He was playing high school soccer. He was playing high school soccer in America like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, this kid, he wasn't at a professional team in America. Wow. He was at like his high school, college, whatever the hell team. And now he was, who took a chance on him? Leganes in Spain took a chance on him, and they flipped him for 17 million within a season. Now Diamande,
gonna go for 3 times as much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's just the way they do business. But they will sell, of course. He's there, but he needs to sort out this crazy situation he's got going on with Rock Nation now.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. They are 3. I heard there's three ownership, I believe.
Well, he came out basically and announced that, and they announced him on their website as their new client. New client on the roster, and his agent, I don't know, player, you might remember Max Gradle, played in the Premier League for a few years. He has an agency, and Max Gradle's agency came out and went, this is the first we've heard of that. He's our client. So that's all a bit messy at the moment. So that needs to get sorted out. But yeah, it seems like there's a bit of a war going on. They've said, no, he's still our client. We didn't release him. What's going on? But you just announced him as a new Rock Nation client. So that's that's messy. Looks a bit messy.
Rock Nation might be a little bit different. Maybe they might have a commercial. I'm not too sure how agent to agent contract, what it is. Is it strictly football or is it strictly commercial? Like you have an agent for each aspect of your career? Or, I know what you're
saying. No, they have announced him basically as a, what would you call, like a complete, it's not just they've announced
complete football agent. Okay. Yeah, you're right there. That might be very sticky. That might be very sticky.
No, I just dropped her in. She wasn't. She wanted to go in on her own.
Do you guys, because FIFA did ban that 3-way ownership thing, right? Where 3 groups cannot own, especially in South America. Yeah, South America, there's a lot of that where 3 people own image rights of a player. Like Mascherano, when he first came to Liverpool, he had an agent. He had another group of people who were also owning him, and I think FIFA banned that style of football. Yeah, outright thing. So, so that's why with this one, I was like, how is that possible when FIFA already banned that kind of style of business then? So I'm thinking Rock Nation probably owned his business, his image, like managing his commercial side of football, right? And he has an actual agent who takes off the rest, like what we are used to. But in terms of football, yeah, I mean, getting those two, that's exactly what we need. Because this thing of the Rio experiment is over, people. They're not gonna let you. Are you telling me that Rio,
you see,
with
if he's
what
a
you
bench
see,
player, why you expect Rio to be starting for Liverpool? Carl.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Rio to start for Liverpool on the left side next year. Next year. He doesn't need a loan. He needs to be here. He's good enough to be here to be playing.
I know he's young, but what has he done that tells you that he can take Liverpool to the next level?
I don't need to see it. I just need to play him. He's a talent. We need to play him. We need to play him and see where that is. To see where that is and what that is.
He's trolling. I know.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing we did with Arnold, with Trent. Yo, play him, and then we go what happened.
Trent. When Trent came in to the league, let's not forget the context. When Trent came in, rose up the ranks. We were a team struggling for top 4.
Mm-hmm.
We are a team expected to win the league each and every season now. That is the expectation. So don't
he needs to play. He needs to play.
But why is he not playing?
Then therefore we'll never be able to improve that aspect of our club of getting young players to come in and be at the club. We're gonna be in the same Chelsea. Like we keep buying players to be at a certain level. We need to play. We need to give talent people time to get better.
Stop. You need to stop this contradicting stuff. You said football is about business. What do you think Chelsea's doing? They're doing business. Liverpool also do business. If the kid is not playing well, they will sell him.
That's also doing business. That's also doing business. The commodity is having good players in your squad. And he's a cheap commodity. We don't have to pay him money until he's 22, 21. So y'all telling me you want to go buy someone for 40?
Listen.
Carl, hold on. I'm not as old as JK and Co, but I've supported Liverpool long enough to know that there are a lot of kids that have come through the ranks that we thought they were the guys, and
we sold them.
I saw from the days of Danny Pacheco to Jordan Ibe.
Mm-hmm.
To even when we had to at Muscle Chelsea for Solanke and others. A lot of them have come in through the ranks that we thought they were the guys. Ryan Brewster even. We thought they were the next guys that were going to kick on, and they didn't. So I know this guy is talented. Hold on. I know this guy is talented, but there is nothing to show. There is no evidence to show that he would actually be the guy that can start for Liverpool. And I know
there is evidence. There is evidence.
Tell us the evidence.
Okay, what's the evidence? Newcastle.
Evidence Exhibit A against Newcastle. Against Newcastle. You might not believe it. You might not believe it. There's a lot of young players. There's a lot of young players that do not score there. That do not score there.
Yeah. How many of our attackers will miss that chance? Even now that we are criticizing them, honestly.
No. That's the wrong question. That's the wrong question. How many 18-year-old will do what he did? And we can say not that many. Not that many. He's one of them, but not that many. We're not comparing them to Ekitike, to Salah, to Gakpo.
Hey, Nee, let's just stop this argument. Wasn't he the same person who said he doesn't like romanticism?
That's not romantic. That's business. You telling me? I've allowed you men to talk because we're talking about money and business. Money and business. It's all about how much money do I need to spend to get a certain result. Here I am. I have an 18-year-old who's talented. I don't even want to try him out. He's cheap. He's gonna be cheap for the next 3 years at least. Very cheap for the next 3 years. I don't even want to try him out. I need to go buy the next man who's 30, 40, 50, 60 and then pay him 100, 200,000 for what?
You like to
Well,
contradict
before you come
yourself based on the
Ah,
agenda you said.
we are not
You
Brighton.
exactly.
That's no agenda.
We don't have the time to play this guy till he
We
comes
do.
You and who?
We are not
We
Brighton.
do.
You and who?
We do have time. We do have time.
Fazi, welcome.
We do
This
have time.
guy just like to talk. Talking about business. What kind of person uses business and then say, "Oh no, we can't use business"? So what time do you use business? What do you mean you need cheap?
Yo, business is about doing something with the more efficient, effective way. It's not about spending more money to get a result. That's not business. That's not business.
Ask you, what has you seen that tells you that is the right business?
We've seen it. We've seen it multiple times throughout the season. Every time he plays, we're like, oh, okay, that's much better than what we have. That's much better than what we have.
Stop screaming. You just screaming every time. We asked you, tell us, and the only one you told that was Newcastle.
Newcastle, the last game, if Ekitike could have put a better header, that's an assist. That's possible.
How many
assist there?
Bro. You Liverpool, based on what the manager said and everything and big up Fuzzy. I know you're trolling, but big up.
Big up Fuzzy.
Big up, brothers.
With everything we were told, they chose not to go after Semenyo, and we can see that Semenyo is not making the same amount of money that Gehi is making. So I will say that they chose not to go for Semenyo because he's making 300 or 400,000 a week. Gehi is. They said we want to make a pathway for this kid. This is the part where I'm being the devil's advocate and I'm being Liverpool first. I'm not being an emotional, sensitive person. We were told we were going to give this kid all the chance for him to play. What has he done that tells you that they're giving him a chance? Not what you've seen, because what you've seen is the end product. What is he doing in training that they're looking at him and said he's not ready? He's 17 years old. He's 17 years old with adult talent.
Again.
I don't want you to repeat what you said before.
No. Again, let me finish my thought, and then you'll see. Again, the manager has said he was not ready at the beginning of the season, but he has improved. We see the improvement. That's why I chose to play him there, and we can see some of the improvement. We've seen the improvement in practice. The manager has said that with his own mouth. Now, I think that they're overprotective. I think they are overprotective of him. I think they just need to rip that band-aid and let it rip and to see what it is.
He has played,
I personally think that. But the thing is,
Carl, you gotta let people talk. You go left or right. This kid has the potential to be one of the best in the world. That's how I see this kid. They chose not to buy another person. We're going through this Gakpo nonsense because they say they want to give pathway for this kid. This is not somebody we've never seen before. So people need to stop acting like, oh, he's just 17. No, we had Raheem Sterling before. And Raheem Sterling came in at a time where our team was worse than what it is. So I'll let Fuzzy get in here. Fuzzy.
Yeah.
I know you are a romantic person, and we all love the kid. But Liverpool is at the place where we have passed that point of, oh, let's take our time to get here. Remember, when Jurgen Klopp was here, the whole FSG out was, why are we bringing project players instead of getting players who are ready to go? If you have an opportunity to bring Olise and Diamante, and I'm asking, why should we not bring both and say, oh, well, Rio still is the project and we have to still work with Rio. And I'm saying he's, whether they're overprotecting him or he's not ready, so sign him on loan. But we know Liverpool loan process is usually
a choice of teams are terrible.
You see what I'm saying? They always send him to a worse team on the planet.
Yeah.
So Fuzzy, please go ahead.
No, what is it about this kid? Like, he wants him to play. Is this what Carl was saying? He wants him to play now.
Yeah.
No, that's not my point. They want him to. They want to sell him and get the profit on him.
No, you didn't listen. That's exactly
to me. No, a second. They want to sell him.
We didn't say sell him.
No. I'm saying whether they bring both Olise and Diomande here, they still need to find a way to play to play the young player to play
Carl, come on, stop the romanticism. You didn't want me to say Bota was going to win the Champions League, but you are here making not sensitive. What's that? The stuff that they used to.
It is not, man. Come on, Fuzzy. You the elder, and you're the elder here. Business is not run on who and the most money you buy something to achieve something. We all know it. It's how can I do something the cheapest way and to get the best result as possible.
You could
he's a very cheap player. He's a very cheap player.
That's the opposite of what you said earlier on. You said earlier on you don't
that's
want,
what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. I don't know if
let
him talk. Let him talk. Come on.
No, you said earlier on you don't want Bodo to win it because you want clubs to spend money, and so you want the biggest club. Exactly. You want the club to spend the most money to win the championship.
That's the individual. Now you talk about individual clubs. Like these clubs all over Champions League have spent billions of dollars, and then you are a club who don't have that kind of money, and you come and win. So that now they go to their owners. The owners come in and said, "Yo, we spent 500 million, and we haven't been able to win the Champions League, and this team barely spend 20 mil on their players they've won." What they're gonna ask is that, we need to have some custom because it doesn't need that much money to win a trophy. We don't need to spend that much money to win trophies.
Let the other person speak. Go ahead.
When Bodo wins winning 100, Real Madrid still knows. Like, no clubs aren't ever going to stop spending money. I don't know. Like, some people, not everyone sees the game with a pair of glasses on that has dollar bills and spreadsheets on it. You know, it's not for me. Yeah, you want, you naive Europeans think there's no money in the game. The game is awash with money. We all know that, but we don't have to always see it through money. Spend this, does that. That's what matters. What matters is business. What matters is money. Like we watch sport to get away from your money in your life. You know, that's look. I just want to see you say we're too romantic. To me, it's just like. You watch a game of football, so you don't have to worry about the world of finance and business and life. Okay, cool, that's what you do. But if you wanted to see it all through the vision of money, then that's different. That's just a different way of looking at it. We call it romantic.
The thing is that's not me. I'm saying the owners. That's not me. I think that's not right. That's not me. That's the owners. I specifically said the owners. The owners see everything through money. They don't have that that nicety of we want to enjoy football. We love that. Most of them is money. It's money.
If you don't have quality, you're not gonna make money. So what you're saying does not make sense. You're looking at one side of the prism about business. Let me finish. The business is not linear. There's multifaceted side of business. Sometimes you have to spend a lot of money to make more money. All right, that was the whole point of Liverpool spending 450 million. Let me finish.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Because again, look, I do supply chain by trade. And everything I've learned in business, you try to do everything as cheap as possible to get the best result. Now, it is true. To get certain quality, you need to spend money.
Let me finish.
But the thing is, it's all about custom.
Now, let me finish. Just like Irishman said, not everybody looking through the prism of going cheap and then making more. Exactly what you just said right there. That's what Irishman's point was. There's so many ways of making money. City and Chelsea just showed you that. City spent billions and billions to get to where they are, to make more money. Chelsea did the same thing under Abraham. So what you're saying does not make sense. There's multifaceted of how to make money. You have to spend money. Don't you say?
No, I'm not talking about you making money. You keep missing the point. You keep telling me.
Like I was saying,
Carl, hold on.
There's multifaceted of how to make money. Some people like to start small, where they say, "Okay, I will flip this, right? I will sell this cheap and flip it to make double or triple." There are some people who come in and they say, "We got the money. We will start right from the top." That's why there's somewhere that somebody can buy a car like Rolls Royce and you never see Rolls Royce on a commercial TV. But you will get a Toyota and somebody will start, okay, it's cheap here so that we could make different levels of Toyota. There's so many ways of making money. If your way of making money is I'm going to buy cheap and sell high, that's one prism. Hence the reason why Irishmen say there's multifaceted on how people do business. Now, we're talking about football. The kid, Rio, yes, he's not getting playing time, but we cannot blame all of it on the manager, whether they're overprotecting him or he's too young. However, Liverpool cannot sit here and say, we're going to wait till this kid gets to where he needs to be before we kick on. So, Fazi, based on that, you have opportunity to get Diomande or Olise. Are you saying, oh, I'm not going to get him because we still need to work on the Rio project?
No, the whole point is, do you want to win right now? You know what I mean? That's what we're at this football. So you've got to get the best available players that's out there. So of course I'm going to get both of them. With Rio, I think like with him, he's a slow. I don't know what it is. His progression hasn't gone according to plan from what I can see. And I'm not going to judge Rio on like coming on 2 minutes before the end of the Newcastle game and scoring a goal. I don't do that. He needs obviously a run of games for us to even judge him as a player, and it's not doing that. So, as for the Diomande and Olise thing, we need them right now. We need players right now to get rid of the old and come with the new. You know what I mean? Come in with the new as well. So, nobody wants Gakpo to be our left wing. Nobody wants Salah to be the right wing. So, you have to replace them. Even if Rio is here. So Rio is still progress as a player. He's only 17, guys. So he's got 10 years in the game, maybe more than that, maybe 12, 13 years in the game. So at the top, if you know what I mean. So he's still got time on his side. So I don't understand why people are bringing Rio into this conversation. I don't want Rio to start in a team right now that's struggling, because if the whole team is playing badly, and he starts playing badly, then his progression ain't going to be resolved, is it? Because it's going to be more issues about him as well. So just give the guy time, man. Just give the guy time and let him progress, as years go by. But yeah, I'm not going to miss out on the likes of Diomande and Olise because of like one player. But why can't we have all of them in the same team? What's wrong with that? We did that in the past. So why can't we? I mean, you could play. Some of those players can play right across the front line. Some of them can play in midfield. So having the best available players that can make you win trophies, it shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't even be a financial issue, because at the end of the day, it's to make the team better. Not like you talk about the amount of penny pinching. Oh, we can't spend this because this is that and this is that. Forget about that shit. It's making Liverpool better is important for me, and getting them two through the door, just to make the team stronger, and we could look to the future to be even better in the next few years. Why not, man? That's what we need. We need a refreshing in the squad, and having them is something we need.
Thank you so much,
quickly, bro. That Rio and Endo have been used as players where we need a winger, we need a DM. Oh, we've got Endo, we've got Rio. So that's an excuse not to buy anyone in January for them. Oh, we've got Endo and Rio, you know what I mean? So,
JK, what's happened to the good old days when people used to say you got to have 2 quality players for every position? What's happened to that? Don't we do that? We just focused away from things like that. That's why I don't understand why people are saying, oh, we can't get these 2 because of Rio's progress. I'm not here for Rio's progression. I'm here for Liverpool's progression. You know what I'm saying? I want Liverpool
when he's good enough, he'll come. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Big up to the Kennel. Kennel, I'm just gonna let you know there's no back pay. We show your video that you went viral with, so there's no back pay. I told everybody I didn't make any money. So, but yeah, we are talking about Olise and possibly Diomande. Irishman believe that it's one or the other. He mostly thinks that Olise is not going to be possible.
I didn't say that. I said I don't think there's any chance we get Olise. 0 chance we get Olise, and I think there's very, very strong smoke signals that suggest Diomande. I don't think there's any chance of us getting Olise, but I mean that was a different. But looks like Diomande is the guy we're on for.
Hang on, did someone say They both play in the same side, Diamande and Elise.
Yeah, that's why they said
I'm a bit confused. Didn't Salah and Mane play in the same side?
yes,
Salah
they did.
So what happened to Mane? He switched over to the left, right? And then
Yep.
the rest is history. So anything is possible, man.
Yeah. But Colonel, do you keep up with the Rio project, or you bring, let's just say we could bring those two, right? Olise and Diamande. Do you say, oh, I'm just gonna get one and keep up with the Rio project? Because from what I'm seeing, it seems like Gakpo is being shipped to Bayern.
I don't understand.
Sorry, I'm trying to process your question. I think you framed the question like it can only be one or the other. And I feel like you're ruling out both. I think Fozzie was speaking to both in a sense of, bro, Rio is young, and I'm not saying young as in he doesn't deserve an opportunity on the big stage. And I'm not speaking in favor of Rio over the others that you're asking about, because those two names that you mentioned can't save us. So if you're on the hype of Rio can't save us, but these two men can, you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna think it's dark times at Liverpool if that's what you believe, and I don't think you're being realistic. It's not a Rio or these two men save us. And it's not even a case of Rio and these two men will save us, because that doesn't save us either. So that's what I think. I think if you're trying to get two wingers, not just those two names, any two wingers, and having a guy like Rio behind him, yeah, I think that's good. I think that even works well for Rio, because what that does is it gives Rio 1 year advantage in the team over those two guys. And then what those two guys, not them two, any two, bring to the table is their level of experience and know-how. You know what I mean? And when I'm talking about know how to carry the team in moments the team needs to be carried. Know how to perform, know how to step up, because that's currently what our two wingers are not doing. They're not carrying us and they're not stepping up. So that's the only thing we need. We just need able bodies that can do those two things. In the time of need, can we pass the ball to you and can you make something happen? That's what you're getting paid for anyways. You know, I come on this panel, big up every man on the panel. I apologize, but that's what we come on here for. When the host said, hey, answer this question, we have the ability to answer it clearly, with or without agenda, with or without propaganda. So yeah, I think the Rio thing, it's a project, bro. Whether it's complete or not complete, time will tell. Whoever we get shouldn't hinder or, you know, benchline that. It's just what it is. That's on the manager now or the new manager to figure out whether or not he's going to be able to make something happen with that. You know what I mean? And that's all we can ask for. Now, if the two men that we bring in can't do it, we're back to the same panel here asking why isn't Rio able to step up when we've just bought two men to step up. So I want you to understand, Quasi, I'm only talking to you, bro. Big up every man on here. Nee, maybe you'll catch a little straight hair. Bro, Elise ain't it, fam. And the reason why I'm saying Elise ain't it, people keep hearing that and thinking I don't rate the player. I rate the player. But how far are you men had gone when I said the same thing in September? Isak ain't it. I told Quasi that personally. I told Quasi he's going to come here. He's going to get injured. We're not going to see him. So said, so done. I told you, man, Olise is flat-footed. He's nice, but he's flat-footed. He's going to get kicked. When he gets kicked and he goes down, we're back here talking about, yo, we need somebody. We need somebody. Yeah, we got him. We spent $450 and we're still talking about needing 4 players. This is where we're at. So you men are not being realistic to realize things can happen. I don't want to sound like I'm slot in, but these are the fine margins of football, fam. These are the fine margins at the top. Because if you keep Rio, sign 2 men, one get his shin kicked off and is out for 3 months, we're back to depending on Rio. So I can't sideline the guy's project. I mean, I'm not saying he's Mr. Super Sub right now, but he's there. He looks nice. Yeah, let's keep him around. We never know what might happen. You see what I'm trying to say? We can get Flatfoot guy and Flatfoot guy go missing and can't get back to it. And it's all Rio again. What are you going to say? Oh, we should just give Rio the money?
bro. Listen, man. Let's just be realistic, man. Whoever we get just needs to step up and be reliable.
Kwasi, after you go. Kwasi, go.
Yeah, I think I was probably gonna say the same thing, but he said that this could happen, but the other side could happen. Isak scored a goal and he got his leg broken in. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't a muscle injury. It was a player coming in recklessly and broke his leg. Ekitike took the mantle, but we've seen that Ekitike is not the guy.
No, don't do that. We don't have anyone other than Ekitike. No, Kwasi, no. You're actually speaking to my real point.
But you have to let me finish before you get my point.
No, but what I'm saying is I don't want you to say Ekitike is not the guy. We don't have no one else. So he went from being sidelined. Look, prime example. He went from being sidelined for the main man and is now forced to be back the main man. That's what happened with Ekitike. The same could happen with the kid. That's what I'm trying to prove.
No, I get
we
your
can
point.
sideline the project to coming back needing the project, bro.
I get your point, but also we could say the same thing for Olise if Olise do come to Liverpool. He could also hit the road running because he's been here before. He's played for Reading at the bottom of the league and played for Palace, and he is the resurgence of Palace. Now, yes, I know you're gonna hit me with he wasn't there when they won all that trophy. That's true. He wasn't there, but he was. When he was there, he is the reason why they shipped Zaha away, because he and Ete were much better players than Zaha and Ete. I'm just saying. So, yes, you could say we didn't need Isak. We do need Isak. And right now, tell us that we do really need him. Carl made a point. The kid came off the bench, and if Ekitike was doing what he's supposed to do, we didn't have to struggle against the last team we played with, which was who?
Forest.
Forest, yes. So Liverpool, and this is the part where I'm with Fuzzy. We need the best quality players to keep Liverpool where Liverpool needs to be at. If the kid is one of them, keep him. Now, I'm the part that I agree with Carl, as much as we were debating left or right, is the manager needs to play him, especially with what we see between Salah and Gakpo. But he's not. But then I'm shameless. I have questions. I'm like, why are you not playing him? Is he not doing something in training? Because during the game is the icing on the cake. You have to show something in training for the manager to believe you. Say, you know what? My back is behind the wall. You could help me. That's what Klopp did with Trent. That's what Rodgers did with Sterling. But this manager is not doing it with him. So, yes, the kid is talented. But why is he not getting enough playing time, especially when everybody wants Salah and Gakpo out? That's what I'm saying. So, yes, what you're saying, Kennel, could be true, but you forgot that the other side could be true, where Olise comes in and all of a sudden your boy Hugo is banging him all goals because Olise got 18 assists in the Bundesliga.
Quasi, you're speaking of something I didn't speak to or say. And there's a reason why I didn't speak to it or say it. I'm not saying what you're saying isn't a possibility. I'm speaking to what do we do when things are great, we're drinking beers and we're partying and we're vibes and we're laughing, we're cussing some random fan that support a dead team when things are great. When things are not great, here we are huddled up, and I'm not holding none of you men hand and sing Kumbaya, bro. Because I'm facing the music early. So when it happens, I'm like, yo, told you, man. I've been cried about this. So, yeah, Olise can skin 10 defenders and win the penalty that wins us the big trophy. But then he's out for 6 months. What do we do for those 6 months? That's what I'm talking to. You see what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking to him being great, because him being great, bro, that's just great.
Are you trying to say that is...
Why is he out for 6 months?
Because the flat-footed thing now, I want to understand. Is it that you think he's injury prone? And that's the reason why
okay. So the flat-footed thing is just
flat-footed thing, and now it's injury. You are worried about injury.
No. So, all right. So, I feel like there's a bit of truth to what I'm saying, and there's a bit of hypothetical and a bit of joke, / banter, to what I'm saying. What I'm trying to get at is, if he's flat-footed like a Grealish, he'll probably be one of the most foul players in the Prem. And that's all well and dandy if we're trying to get up the pitch. Like, he's not foul-proof. He's not injury-proof, right? If he skins 10 players, and like I said, it's making us winning more penalties, that's great. That's him affecting the game. That's him creating space. Bro, you're fat-footed. You're trying to get in kick to high, bro. You're going from standing still to trying to burst off. You're going to get a few kicks. You're going to pick up a few knocks. What I'm saying is, what do we do when one of those knocks take him out for 3 months? Because that's what I'm trying to say with the Isak.
That's
what I predicted. Yeah,
Well,
but what I'm trying to say
everybody.
is, that's what I predicted with Isak. I'm saying we don't need him because in the event he goes down, what do we do then? Like, we shouldn't be hanging our hat on one.
There's a
reason why we have multiple players for every position.
I don't understand that.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
So who's the second
Yo,
player?
Zubi,
for the right
I
wing
think you're
behind
waffling,
Olise?
my guy, man.
Who's waffling?
You're waffling, my guy. Like, so you're saying we shouldn't buy a talented player because he has a chance of not working out, like Isak.
You see,
like Isak, because we need
are
more
not showing
depth.
depth.
Because we need more depth.
Stop.
Like,
No, Carl. You men are not showing the depth that I'm coming with, bro. When we hang our hat, and this is football. No, you're laughing, but it's gonna make you look crazy in the sense of not understanding what I'm trying to show you. You're hanging your hat on Olise. You don't have a second name. That's my point. You're only saying Olise. This is the point I'm trying to prove. Who is the second name for Salah for the past 5 to 10 years?
Oh, that's Salah.
We never had a second name.
That's Salah, though. You're talking about a different player that's been fit for
No. See, you man, that's what I'm trying to show you, man. You man are talking. I don't have.
They got Harvey.
Yo, let me land the point.
So you're saying is that the same treatment Salah is getting of never getting someone to back him up. You think that's what Olise is going to get? Is that what you're saying?
But that's how you man are talking. You man are talking like, yo, we just need him for the right. No, we need players, bro.
No, man. The question,
what I'm trying to say to you, man, is this.
Jamende and Olise. He never said just Olise.
Bro, what I'm saying to you, man, is you man are saying, yo, if we get one player to replace Gakpo and one player to replace Salah, we'll be in a better position. Yes, as long as they stay fit. I'm talking to what do we do when they're not fit? Are we just gonna go around and be like, yeah, nah, it's just unfortunate. We have injuries, bro. These are the things we manage. What's the point of insurance when you're young?
Zuberi, what's the difference of Salah being fit and still not playing well?
Quasi, you man are talking around the 1 point I'm making.
No, we
I'm
get
not
your point.
on the opposite side of your point. I'm not
point of
Quasi.
Let me finish.
Quasi,
get your point of.
I can't let you man finish because you man, bro.
No,
I'm on the same side as you man. I'm asking you man a question and you can't answer it.
But I've just told you what is the difference if the player is fit. The player is physically fit to play, but he's not good like Salah is right now. What's the difference?
Quasi, you're asking the same question I'm asking you in a different way. That's the point I'm trying to prove.
Let me attack your question head on. So if I understand you, you think that we need more than
Olise
to replace Salah. Because if we are banging our hopes on Olise alone, we are bound to fail. Right.
Yes.
And that is one side. The opposite side is that we have Gakpo because we are not selling Gakpo. So let's just say we bring Diomandi because the issue was getting both Olise and Diomandi. And the discussion was that maybe you weren't here. The discussion was that they even play the same side. So that's even considering playing these two, buying these two, man them, and put both of them on the right side. Then the discussion was that, okay, we can even bring Diomandi to the other half. Don't forget that we still have Gakpo. So let's just say we
phrase it with Gakpo going to Bayern. No, you see where it changes things.
That was later on. And he said you go to Bayern, and that is where the kids issue came in. Rio's issue came in. Because if we are losing Gakpo to Bayern, then do we need two players? Because when Carl was making the argument was that we get both of them and still maintain Rio. That is where I said that then we should loan Rio out. Because if Carl is arguing that Rio needs to play, He's not going to play with 2 men in front of him. So I think we've mixed the whole argument up. The issue of Olise is a matter of preference. So we're like, okay, if we have to get one, which one do you prefer? Then almost everybody is saying that, okay, we prefer Olise. You are fair. I mean, in your opinion, you can say you don't think Olise is a guy. We are equally.
No. The question I'm asking, once again, you men are trying to do Zubiri want Olise or not. And I'm saying, bro, we need more than Olise.
Yep.
It's not a refusing of Olise. It's, the type of player Olise is, and then this is the banter piece. Man's flat-footed. He's bound to get kicked. Now, if I know, because it's football, injuries can happen, where does that leave us now when we have the guy? We all want the guy, right, Carl? This is where I think you're missing me, Carl. We get the guy now, Carl. What are we going to say? You're going to walk the league? Because that's what we said after spending $450. This summer, every football fan said, yo, Liverpool. No, don't laugh now. Every fan said, yo, Liverpool got the league. Every fan said that, yo, we might as well throw in the towel.
Let me answer you. I think we're talking past each other, and we both saying the same thing. Like, all I'm saying is that I find it really bizarre for the team to, let's say that Salah is gone, to just buy Olise and then just Olise be on that side. Like, there'll have to be. It's to me, it's mind-boggling for the team to just buy one winger and then there's no backup to him.
That's what I'm not hearing a lot of.
There's no backup. I don't think that is. Well, it might not even be Joe Mendy. It might just be another young winger.
But there's the same thing that. Real quick,
we are here talking about benching Salah for someone on the bench. Are we going to talk as if?
Exactly.
You know what confuses me, guys? Like, sorry, brother. You know what confuses me? Yeah. We're talking about Salah. We're talking about the wingers. Did you ever think to yourself, Liverpool don't just buy players that play in one position? You know what I mean? Like, they buy players that play in different positions.
Yeah. So, Rodgers, you got linked with Rodgers. He can play multiple positions.
So,
first 9, wing, and a winger as a midfielder. Go ahead.
Salah, everybody's saying, well, Salah was the only winger and all that stuff. But Mane could play, right, at the time. Not only that, Oxlade-Chamberlain played on the right when Salah wasn't available. People forget that as well. Harvey Elliott was brought in to back up Salah when they bought him. So we can't buy 2 players in a position. And not only that, you can buy players that can play midfield and at wide at the same time as well. So there's no issue in having cover in those positions, in my opinion, if you buy the right players. So, but listen, Zubiri, listen, you have your concerns about Olise. I never said
it's not a concern about Olise, fam. Carl, can you repeat what you said? Because that's what I'm talking to. You man stopped the conversation at Olise. I took the conversation beyond Olise.
Yeah,
that's why I said I even said it in the first monologue. It doesn't have to be those 2 wingers. You man keep leaving it at Olise. Bro, I don't care who we get. Get me somebody's in here that we can rely on.
Okay, but Zuberi, the reason why everybody's debating you is you saying that he's flat-footed and he's going to get injured, he's going to get kicked.
But the man is flat-footed. I didn't say nothing wrong. Olise is flat-footed. It has nothing to do with his talent.
Yeah, but we want the talent. We don't want
Curtis is not me. He's not me. It has nothing to do with his talent.
Okay, so then why do you think Olise should
one
not
of
be played?
the slowest midfielder and he won PFA. That's not his talent.
Zubi just think that it's just a squad builder. Squad roster thing.
Bro, being flat-footed has nothing to do with man's ability to be on 99. I never said Olise ain't on 99.
So then why don't you want him at Liverpool?
You think Messi's the strongest footballer?
That's not what he said.
That's not what I'm saying. That's what you're saying, and that's what Fozzie's getting.
No. Remember what I said. You guys see this guy Fuzzy real quick. Remember I said we went viral because Mandem said Olise is not the player we need. Just like he told me, Isak is not the player we need.
Don't listen, Quasi. I said it. I'll say it myself. We don't need a flat-footed man that's gonna get his shin kicked off. I didn't say Olise wasn't the coldest winger. I didn't say man ain't on 9. I didn't rate his talent. What? No. Yo, you man are just reacting. Knee. No, let me bring knee in it. Let me bring knee in it. Because knee's calm, and I rate knee for being calm. If you listen to what I said,
let Fuzzy come in there.
No.
Fuzzy was going to speak before.
I verbally said I'm not taking anything from the guy.
Wait. Fuzzy was going to say something, and then I cut him off. Go ahead, Fuzzy.
You're predicting something that might not happen. You know what I mean? That's what you're predicting. We're just.
But I did predict Isak.
That's 1 in a million, bro. That's not even
no. And I predicted Arne Slot.
Bro.
So Fuzzy, what are you saying? I'm predicting 2 in a million, but I can't predict 3 in a million.
Did you think
tomorrow it's gonna snow in New York?
Did you say
no, Fuzzy? See, this is the semantics that I didn't want to get caught up in. I'm not saying I'm right, bro. Bro, every time I touch screen, Fuzzy, you can say whatever you want. You can get however you feel. That's your opinion. Carl, let me ask you a simple question, right? I'm not saying I predict everything.
All right, let's calm down.
I'm not saying I predict everything. Let me land this
Judge time, my friend. Judge Judy time.
Let me land this real quick, yeah? We all see football the way we see football. And there's no right or wrong way of how you see the game. There's no right or wrong way how you see the game. I saw us winning the league with any manager other than Klopp. A lot of fans says, nope, can't be done without Klopp. And I'm like, no, the structure of the team, it's possible. I saw us getting Gakpo based on how he was performing in the Euros. We got him. It's not, Zubiri was right. No, I'm not here for that. I'm saying the way I see the game, it's not the same as you see it. I see Isak coming in. He never had a preseason. The intensity we play at. Bro, Liverpool is the type of team where every team go up a notch to play. A lot of teams don't give us room to breathe. They don't give our players time to settle. Verts in the league, he was being 3-man, bro. In the middle, he can't take the ball. It's not a footballing thing.
Yeah.
So being flat-footed, Quasi, you're gonna get kicked. I'm not saying the guy's gonna get his shit kicked off in the first 6 months. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen in a year. It's just, bro, Neymar. Players that hold the ball to feet, they get kicked.
Let Fuzzy make his point before. Go ahead, Fuzzy.
Like you told me you predicted Arne's not what he's won the league. You didn't predict that, so that's the number one.
Bro, Fuzzy, you're talking into semantics. You're not talking to my point.
Finish, Carl.
Come on, let him finish, Zubi.
Bro, that's irrelevant information. What I'm trying to say is football.
Zuberi, let him finish. Zuberi, let him finish.
Bro, no, I don't want men to finish about all Zuberi's predicting shit. It's not about predicting facts.
No. Let him finish. Let him finish.
No. He doesn't want me to speak. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Fuzzy.
No, bro. Yo, listen, Quasi. I didn't come, bro. We come here to talk football. I asked you on a footballing question.
You're not letting people talk.
Are we talking football or are we talking semantics?
Okay, let people talk. Okay, right now. Okay, guys. Right now it's been very disrespectful. It's been.
I'll repeat what I'm gonna say. Nee, go ahead, bro. Go, bro.
No, Fuzzy, finish it.
No, I forgot what it was. Go,
okay, Nee, finish it.
So, Zuberi, what we are saying is that what you are saying could be true, could not be true. And that is the reason why you might probably prefer that we do it a different way. Maybe get 2 more players to replace Salah. And you are saying, okay, give me the one guy that is reliable enough to play on that side for, let's say, 5 years. We are forgetting that Salah has been reliable enough to play on that side. And the issue about injuries, for an attacking player, you get injured at one point or the other from tackles. From what it could be 6 months, it could be 1 year, it could be 2 years, and then what? Zuberi, you come and say, "I told you." It could be 3 years from now. You say, "I told you." It can happen to anybody. Van Dijk was not an attacking player, but when we played Everton, he had a long-term injury. Would that be a reason for someone to say that when we're buying Van Dijk, what if he gets injured? So do not buy him because he can get injured. That is where I'm finding it difficult to accept this argument about
that's fine. That's fine. Can I talk about the profile of players that Liverpool normally look for, right? We don't really know that profile, but we know enough to think there's a profile of players Liverpool goes for, right? We can all see that in a sense, correct? If I'm looking at profile of players and I know players with their foot on the ball, not necessarily flat-footed by nature, but just that stop and go, your Grealish, your Neymar, they get fouled the most, correct? That's a footballing thing. Elise fits this mold as well. So that's where the flat-footed thing comes in. It's not like the guy is dead. It's when you hold the ball like that, you invite challenge to beat the player. That's what Elise does. That's his game, and he's good at it. Not saying he's not good at it. Why would we want the most foul player in our club? Because that comes with injury potentially. It's a profile of player. I'm not saying the club doesn't want him or I doesn't want him. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, look at Grealish. Look where he's at now. Grealish was touted to be, the next best thing when he kicks on. He went to City. Did he kick on? No, because of his style of play didn't suit City.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
real quick.
Zubi. I think what you're also missing is that, and the guys that have tried to share that thought to you is that when you're buying players, you need to buy what's best in the market for the team that's going to help you with production, efficiency. And if that's Olise, who is that what you're talking about with injury and possible injuries and possible what's going to happen, that is also part of a squad building where you buy players to replace them if there's an injury, if there's a need in that spot. Like we cannot be married to the thought of the same way as you thought of Isak of, we're not going to buy Isak because it's too late or it's not the right timing for us.
Quick question.
Because
So should we
he's going to
replace
get injured.
Isak in the
He's
summer?
not going to get injured.
Should we replace Isak in the summer if when he comes back in April, he doesn't get back to his level? Should we replace him in the summer?
No, we have invested. This is where this is where I'm talking about. We have invested too much money to not see more, to not put more time into that player, into that because we spend 125 mil, we're paying him $200,000 a month. So we need to spend time. We need to spend time in making sure that investment work. And then there's a reason why we give him 6 years. We gave him 6 years.
Carl, real quick before Nick jump in, Irishman, you have anything to say, and then Fuzzy decided. But go ahead, Irishman.
I mean, the boys. I mean, again, like the hypothetical thing, you can debate a hypothetical. There's no point because you say, "What if this guy gets injured?" I say, "Well, what if he doesn't?" End of debate. It's so. You bring in the best players. Right? If you bring them in, I think we have a plan. I like Diamande. Like I say, the Olise thing is kind of going over my head because I'd have 20 quid on us not getting this guy. Yeah, I really don't see it being a transfer that we're actually doing. I think we're going for other people.
Irishman, I don't think they said we're going to get him. I say they're saying potential if we.
Oh, I know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like someone said earlier on, like I said we're either going to get Olise or Diamande. I really don't think we're getting Olise. I just haven't seen any genuine links to this guy for us. I think we're going for Diamande, and that Olise money that they're going to offer or they're going to want, I think maybe spread that around. You get two younger players, two better players, or two different players, not better, and away you go. I mean, but we all know Gakpo and Salah need replacing. They need replacing quick, sharp. And Rio is one of the best young players in Europe. He can, as we've seen now, it was one thing we hadn't seen. Can this guy play right hand side? We've seen him play right hand side. So this is better for him now. He can cover both sides. But yeah, you've got to bring in, like I've got like Rio down as say, like if we're playing with two people wide, well, we won't be. We're going to be playing with some version 2 up top. So that makes it difficult for him as well, by the way. But I think Rio has a pathway into this team. I think he should start playing more and we see where it goes from there. But he's someone I'm not looking to get rid of. I don't want to loan out. I want to see him play more. I don't think he's far off a start. I have a little sneaky feel at it. I don't think we're far off seeing Rio starting again because Gakpo really, I was his biggest fan when he came in. No, I wasn't the biggest fan. I liked him when he came in. I thought he was good finisher.
Nice,
but
safe Irishman.
At this stage now, man, it's like we need to see something different. We all know Salah's on his final victory lap. We all know that needs to be replaced. So it's 3 new wingers. It's 3 new wide players. It's whatever it is. And then Rio is left side, right side, next season gets 50% more game time than he did this. But I don't want to let a kid like that go. Well, kids like Rio are why you show up to watch the game, man. People on the left-hand side doing tricks, beating people. But the thing about Rio is, and this is why I think he's a little bit different, is that in every single game you see him play, that kid has end product. He doesn't just beat people. The amount of times he does all the good stuff, but he actually gets a shot on goal, creates a goal, scores a goal. He has end product, which is really the hardest. That's why he stands out a little bit to me. You know, a lot of these guys are doing the under 21s. Rio can come on a pitch for 8 minutes against a top team and actually make things happen. So I think he's a special talent. We keep him around. But hopefully by the time he's 20, he's in our first team. Every single week.
Yeah, as well, Brian, the last 2 games, I've realised Rio, when he came on, his gameplay's changed. Normally it was get the ball, do a little step over, and trying to beat a guy. Now, it was just amazing to see him on the right wing and get a cross in. You see what happens when you get crosses into the box? So with Gapco and Salah, you're not going to get crosses into the box like that. Sorry.
Salah will never go to the left either, so there's no point.
And if you're not going to play Salah on the left and Gapco on the right, you're not getting no crosses in the box in that sort of way. In swingers, not out swingers, because they're using the outside of their foot all the time to get balls in. You know? So...
Anyway, but gents, I have to jet, but thank you for the debate. Moving forward, this is what I was going to say. As Barry made a point about the players that we used to get, that was based on the manager's preference, and that was Jurgen Klopp. He liked certain players, so Edwards and his team were looking for certain players that fitted Klopp's thing. And before Klopp, we brought in people like Suarez, and then he brought somebody like Sturridge, who was injury prone in Chelsea and City. That's why he was not getting a lot of playing time, but he brought him anyway. Coutinho was also known to be very injury prone when he was in Italy, and then he went to Spain. What's the name? Virgil was injury prone when he was at Southampton, and everybody said you spent 75 million on a player who's very, very injury prone, and then look what happened.
Can I ask you a question, though, Quasi?
Yeah.
Isn't it like I keep trying to highlight it, and it's a shame it took this long to get to this point. The point is, we're talking about players, and we're known to buy a certain profile. We weren't getting that profile because the manager didn't believe in players over 100, and that's why we never got those players. Now we're seeing that. So are we buying current manager player or club players?
No, we buy current manager.
And if we know the answer to that, it can tell you who we're signing and who we're not signing.
But that's
but we'll never know the answer to that. We'll never know the answer.
I think we do.
It's kind of obvious who
I think we do because
I think we do know.
We do know if we spend Carl, if we spend 125 million on a player that everybody knows he's injury prone, we know what kind of players these directors want. So yes, we can get Olise if he's available.
Biggest reason why I'm saying that is because the man that left came back. The man that left Klopp said, "Yo, I wanted that player." He came back for that player 5 years ago. Now the player costs 120, 125. I don't think that if you've brought him at 45, 50 back in Sociedad, would we have said would we have had the issue to buy him now? No.
But it was still the same player. He had a chance to bring him from Sociedad. He chose Nunes instead. So
he didn't choose Nunes. Just like Zubiri said, just like you said, the manager preferred Nunes. So they brought Nunes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
what Zubiri is saying is that the categories of the type of players we're spending money on has it changed. And I'm saying is that it hasn't changed. That the players that we are now buying are just costing more money because when he was there, he didn't get the opportunity to buy them. Now he is actively buying them. We don't really know. It's next year. Next year, a few years more, we're gonna see what kind of market are we actually in.
All right. But gents, I seriously have to go. So, but big up to all of you guys. Thank you for making it a great show again. I'll see you guys very soon. Have a great weekend. Liverpool, please beat West Ham. Please.
We got a game tomorrow. Forgot about that.
Please beat.